Hello design aspirants, I hope you are preparing well for the upcoming design examinations. For those curious minds, we at THiNC Institute of Design is bringing out Qriosity Series. In this series, we will be discussing various questions, the pattern in which the questions are coming for the examinations, and we will be discussing some techniques to solve those questions. I am Kannan Ramakrishnan, you are with THiNC Institute of Design. In logical reasoning, there are different types of topics like counting surfaces, counting unique shapes, transformation, rotation, series, sequence, mirror images, so on. In this video, we will be discussing about two major topics, that is counting unique shapes and rotation. In the topic of unique shapes, the examiner is trying to test the ability to discern small and subtle changes in the given canvas or given image. So this is a type of question that is repeatedly asking in Uceed examination as well as in the NID examination. In this, the question will be like a bunch of leaves will be given and you have to pick the correct or odd leaf which is having unique shape, size or unique color, or a canvas, a group of people will be given, and in that the people will be having some mustache, beard, or having spectacles, someone will be sleeping. So you have to be carefully analyze the image and pick out the odd images or unique images from the given picture. Let's go to the first question. There are different types of pineapples in the given figure. How many pineapples appear only once? So this question is basically trying to examine your observation skills. So just we have to observe the given figure and we have to find out the odd ones out. So in this particular figure, I think there are two types of fruits. I think this one is pineapple and this one would be strawberry. So only we have to consider pineapples in this figure. So there is no particular method in approaching this question, but you have to be very good at observing different patterns and different sets of images. Now I can suggest some techniques to solve this question, like compartmentalizing the image in particular order, that will help you in some manners. So if I try to draw some lines like this, columns and rows, and if you try to observe the columns and rows, you can try to find out the odd one from the given image. So let me erase it. So if you observe from left to right, try to pick out the odd patterns in this image. So if you are coming from left to right, I am not able to see a particular patterns in this one, and if you observe this image carefully, there are different types of patterns like this one, like cross patterns, like this. Then I can see this pattern in reverse, like one would be black and one would be in white color. So if you observe in the second line also, I can see a different pattern here, a peculiar different pattern which is like dots in the pineapple. So I think this is a peculiar one. It is not, I haven't seen in the above, I haven't seen in the row above. And if I draw one more line below and again observe the patterns, again the same patterns that are available in the above rows are repeating again and again. Now if I draw one more line here, then I can also find one pattern which is peculiar. This is a crisscross pattern, but it is black in color. The other crisscross pattern that we have also already observed is in white in color. This is white and it is available many places. So we will not consider it as a unique one. This one is actually a unique one. So again I am trying to draw one more line and analyzing the whole segment, and here also I cannot find any other unique shape. So finally I can say that this particular pineapple and this particular pineapple, let me erase it carefully. This particular pineapple and this particular pineapple is unique in this particular image. So there are two unique pineapples appear in this one. Let's move on to the next question. Count the number of people with a mustache in the picture below. So the question demands is that you have to find the total number of people having mustache. So if you observe the image very carefully, there are people with beard and mustache. There are people with only beard but no mustache. So then there is one person with French beard. So you have to be very careful about the particular question and particular situations. So in this particular question, the beard and the mustache, it will count because he is having mustache. Then the French beard also, he is also having a mustache. But this one, in this one, he is only having the beard, so it will not be counting. So again, if we try to analyze the figure in the previous manner, so if you can analyze left to right, top to bottom, any ways you can do the analysis. So I am just counting the number of people having mustache from left to right. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this guy is having both beard and mustache. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I think I can find 18 people with mustache. Now coming to the topic of rotation, the examiner will be trying to understand or test the visual ability and spatial ability of a design aspirant. If you check the previous year questions, the questions will be having some 3D objects and they will be asking us to rotate in some orientations like clockwise, anti-clockwise with respect to some axis. So you have to perform certain operations that is provided in the questions, and then you have to come into a conclusion for final answers. Let's solve this question. Shown below is a quadrant of a disc with cutouts. Find the total number of cutouts in the complete disc. So to complete the circle, we should be having 4 quadrants, right? So we have been given one quadrant and there are some cutouts given in this particular quadrant. So if you observe the image very carefully, there are some unique cutouts to this quadrant and some common cutouts to this particular quadrant. So if you try to complete the full circle using the quadrant, there will be some unique cutouts as well as some common cutouts. Let's count the total number of unique cutouts for each quadrant. So let's start with this one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can see 6 unique cutouts in this particular quadrant. So we know that to complete the full circle, we should be having 4 quadrants. So 6 into 4, there are 24 unique cutouts if we complete the disc. Okay. So now we are going to count the total number of common cutouts. So we will start with the circles first. So I am marking this circle as 1 and this circle as 2. So if the quadrant is placed here, we will be having a circle here, and if one more quadrant is placed here, we will be having this common circle over here. So directly opposite to number 1, we will be having one more circle here, and directly opposite to number 2, there will be one more circle here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 common circles for this pattern. So 4 circles are there. Then again, if you observe the figure carefully, there is a shape like this, and if we complete the shape by adding the quadrant, a square shape will be formed like this. So I am naming this as 1 and this as 2, and similar to the circle, we will be having 2 more squares similar to this one. So opposite to 1, there will be a square like this. This is third one, and opposite to 2, there will be one more square. So there are 4 squares which are present after completing the whole circle. So finally, if you observe the image very carefully, there is an L shape that is present here. If you complete the whole circle with this quadrant, there will be a common square shape formed because of that L shape. So this is the final shape or final cutout that can be found out from this particular thing. So the total number would be 24 plus 4 and plus 1, the common square. The total number would be 33 cutouts. Let's solve the next question. Reference image of a square pyramid P is provided on the left. Assume Q as an identical pyramid created by mirroring P in upward direction. Q was rotated by 135 degree around the vertical axis and then brought down so that the two pyramids intersect. Which of the option in the resultant view as seen from the given direction arrow? So you have to find the correct resultant view in the direction given below. Let's try to analyze the question. So they are asking us to mirror the image. Okay, we have to mirror the given pyramid P. Then we have to rotate the mirrored pyramid by 135 degree about the vertical axis. Okay, so we have to rotate the mirrored pyramid in 135 degree in vertical axis. Then again, and after rotating, we have to bring it down, bring the pyramid down, and we have to intersect the mirrored pyramid have to intersect the base pyramid like this. So that's what the question is asking us to do. Now let's try to eliminate some of the options even without solving it directly. Now if you look option C, with respect to the arrow mark, the viewpoint, actually we cannot see this particular edge which is visible in option C. So we can eliminate option C from these options. Now to understand this question very carefully, now let me draw the top view of the pyramid Q for solving this particular question. So this is what you get when you see from the top view of a square pyramid. The lines will be crossing each other diagonally. So this is what you get for a square pyramid. And I'm also marking the viewpoint that is given for us. So the next step we have to follow is that we have to rotate the pyramid Q 135 degree along the vertical axis. So I am not trying to rotate the pyramid, rather I am trying to rotate the viewpoint so that we will be getting the answer very easily. If I rotate by 90 degree, the viewpoint will be coming here. If I rotate 90 degree once more, the viewpoint will be again coming here. So we know that this is a square pyramid and this angle will be 90 and this angle will be 45 degree. So 90 plus 45, 135 degree. So the viewpoint will be coming at this direction. Okay. So if you are viewing from this angle, which all edges are visible for you? I think this edge, this edge, this edge and the diagonal. These 4 edges will be visible in the 135 degree angle. So now if you observe the options, option A, B, D and in particular option D, if you observe the top portion, that is pyramid Q, there is 1, 2 and 3. Only 3 edges are visible in option D. So we can actually eliminate option D from the answer. Now we observe option A and B. It is very similar. So if you observe it, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 edges in option B, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 edges in option A as well. The only difference in option A and B is the base. So let me mark it with different color. So this line and this line. So if you observe option A and B, the baseline for A is lengthier than baseline for B. So if you observe the top view that I have drawn here, if you view from 135 degree angle, the diagonal length is the base that we can actually see. So we can eliminate option B from the answer because we can actually see the base as a lengthier portion. So in this particular case, option A would be the correct answer. Let's solve the next question. Perspective view of an object is shown below. The object is rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise about z-axis when viewed from a point on the positive z-axis towards the origin, and then rotated 180 degree about x-axis when viewed from a point on the positive x-axis towards the origin. Which one of the following perspective view options will be the result of the rotation? So before going into the solution of this particular question, we have to understand the rotations here. Okay, so there are two directions we have been given to rotate this particular 3D object. So first one is 90 degree anti-clockwise about z-axis, that is, and one more condition is given to this one, like when viewed from a point on positive z-axis towards the origin, and then rotated 180 degree about x-axis when viewed from one point on the positive x-axis towards the origin. So let's try to draw this one and try to understand this one. So this is z, x and y. So if a person is standing on positive z-axis, it would be something like this, right? And this is the origin and he is looking towards the origin, that is given in the brackets, when viewed from a point on the positive z-axis towards the origin. So if he is viewing towards the origin, the anti-clockwise direction would be like this, 90 degree anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So it depends upon the options or the conditions that are given in this particular question. So if we flip it around, so if the condition is given like this, so the person is standing on the origin and looking towards the positive z-axis, this will be exactly the opposite. Okay, so you have to be very careful about the directions mentioned in the question. Again, the second condition is 180 degree about x-axis, that too in same condition. The person is standing on x-axis and looking towards the origin, then we have to rotate 180 degrees. So that's what the question demands. Now let's observe the given problem. Okay, so if you observe the 3D object or the complex 3D object, it will be very confusing for you to analyze fully. So try to concentrate on one particular part of this 3D shape because it will be more easier to solve the question. Okay, so let me consider the stem, okay, the middle stem, and I am considering this two legs, the L-shaped legs, I am considering for my analysis. Okay, so this is what I got. So these two legs and the middle stem I am trying to analyze. I am not going into the other parts because it will make more confusions. So I will try to apply these directional conditions in this particular part of the 3D Pro. Okay. So now I am just considering one leg. So first condition is that you have to rotate this particular object in 90-degree anti-clockwise direction. So we have already obtained the directions here. So looking at the direction figure, we have to rotate 90-degree anti-clockwise direction. So 90-degree means this leg would appear here. So now we have got the first condition. Okay. Now again we have to do one more rotation. We have to do 180 degree. We have to do 180 degree with respect to x-axis. So it is like just flipping or mirroring the whole image. So if you do that, the image will be coming like something like this. So now we will try to analyze options A, B, C and D. Now if you observe option C, the stem we can see the stem, but the orientation of the leg is in opposite direction. So we can eliminate option C. Then again if you observe option D, this is a stem and this is the leg. These are the two legs, and in that also the orientation is in another direction. So we can also eliminate option D. And again in option B there is no flipping. 180-degree rotation has been not done, I think. The leg that we have taken into consideration is in the top part. So I am eliminating option B also. So if you observe option A carefully, this is a stem and I can see this L shape right here. Okay, so I think this is matching option A. So we can confirm that option A is the correct answer. These are some of the questions that are coming under the topic unique shapes and rotations. Keep practicing these types of questions and all the best.